Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. Carly Corinthos had always trusted her instincts, razor sharp, honed by years of living in the crossfire between loyalty and betrayal, but nothing could have prepared her for the truth she was about to uncover. Port Charles had seen its share of secrets, but the one lurking behind ADA Justine McAllister's calm, professional smile was about to detonate like a bomb. For weeks, Carly had been uneasy. Justine's relentless pursuit of Sonny, her subtle manipulation in the courtroom, and her calculated demeanor whenever Jason's name surfaced, it didn't add up. Every time Carly watched her move, speak, or smile, she felt an echo of something unsettlingly familiar, like a ghost brushing against her from the past. And when Carly's gut told her something was off, it usually meant trouble was already at the door. It started small, missing files from the DA's office, sealed documents about Sonny's old cases mysteriously reopened, and anonymous sources feeding reporters half-truths designed to paint Sonny as an untouchable criminal mastermind. Carly knew it wasn't just coincidence. Someone was orchestrating it, someone who knew Sonny's history inside and out. So, she decided to play detective herself. While Sonny focused on keeping his business clean and staying one step ahead of the feds, Carly went to work in the shadows, using every contact, every whisper she could get. Brick helped her trace calls, Spinelli dug into encrypted systems, and within days, Carly began piecing together a trail leading straight back to Justine. On the surface, ADA Justine was everything a prosecutor should be: smart, ethical, disciplined. But underneath that perfect exterior was a carefully constructed lie. Her credentials checked out, but her personal records were too pristine, her background too spotless. It was like someone had built her life on paper, but forgot to give her a real past. No family, no verifiable history before law school. That was the first crack. And once Carly found one crack, she knew she could shatter the whole mask. She remembered one night, sitting alone in her kitchen at midnight, staring at her laptop as Spinelli's final report came through. Justine McAllister wasn't her real name. Her birth name was Justine Marino, the daughter of Anthony Marino, one of Sonny's oldest enemies, a mobster whose empire Sonny had destroyed years ago. The revelation hit Carly like a thunderclap. Justine wasn't just any ambitious ADA, she was the daughter of the man Sonny had taken down, a man whose death had marked one of the darkest chapters in their lives. Justine had changed her name, reinvented herself, and spent years infiltrating the justice system with one mission: to destroy Sonny Corinthos from the inside. And now, she was close. Too close. She had manipulated the courts, twisted the media, and even tried to pit the police against Sonny's allies. Every move she'd made was part of a vendetta wrapped in righteousness. Carly knew she had to tell Sonny, but she also knew how he'd react. When Carly finally confronted Justine, it wasn't in a courtroom, it was in a dark parking garage beneath the DA's office, rain pounding against the concrete, thunder rumbling overhead like a warning from the heavens. Justine thought she was meeting a confidential informant, but when she turned, it was Carly standing there, her expression cold as steel. "You've been hiding behind your badge for a long time, haven't you, Justine?" Carly's voice cut through the night. The ADA's eyes flickered with surprise for only a second before she smirked, a calm, measured facade slipping back into place. "Mrs. Corinthos, you should really be careful about where you go at night. People might get the wrong idea." But Carly didn't flinch. "I know who you are," she said, her voice low, trembling with fury and satisfaction. "You're not Justine McAllister. You're Justine Marino. Anthony Marino's daughter." The name alone shattered the air like glass. Justine's smile vanished, her mask cracking for the first time. "So," she whispered, her voice trembling just slightly, "you finally figured it out." Carly stepped closer, her eyes blazing. "You came here for revenge. You wanted to destroy Sonny, to make him pay for what your father did to himself. But you've been using innocent people, twisting justice, pretending to be something you're not." For a long moment, Justine said nothing. Then she laughed softly, bitterly. "You think Sonny's innocent? He ruined lives. My father wasn't a saint, but he didn't deserve to die like that. You think you can cover his crimes with charm and money, but the truth always bleeds through. Carly's jaw tightened. You don't know anything about what really happened. Your father made his choices. And now you're making the same mistake, letting hate define you. Justine's composure collapsed completely. He took everything from me, she shouted, her voice echoing through the garage. My family, my name, my future. I've spent years watching your husband walk free while my life turned to ashes. I became a lawyer so I could take everything from him the same way he took it from us. Carly shook her head slowly. And that's what makes you know better than him. The confrontation ended when Brick's car pulled up, headlights cutting through the rain. Carly walked away, leaving Justine standing there, trembling, her secret fully exposed. That night, Carly told Sonny everything. She expected anger, maybe disbelief, but what she got was something far more volatile, rage. Sonny Corinthos didn't shout. He didn't throw anything. He just went quiet, too quiet. The silence before the storm. She's Marino's daughter? He asked, his tone low, measured. Carly nodded. She's been playing you for months. Every motion she filed, every press leak, it's all been part of her revenge. Sonny's jaw tightened, his eyes dark with fury. She's been using the system to come after me? Using the law to finish her father's war? He stood, pacing the room, his hands clenching and unclenching. You did good finding this out, Carly. Real good. But now, I handle it. Carly stepped forward, blocking him. No, Sonny. You can't handle it your way. That's what she wants. If you retaliate, she wins. You'll give her exactly what she's been building toward, a reason to destroy you publicly. For a moment, Sonny said nothing, but his eyes were distant, calculating. The fury simmering beneath the surface was unmistakable. She came after my family, he said finally, his voice low and dangerous. She made Carly a target. You think I'm gonna sit back and let that slide? Carly reached for his arm, desperate to calm him. Please, Sonny. I'm telling you, the truth is enough. We can expose her, legally, publicly. Let her drown in her own lies. But Sonny Corinthos wasn't a man who believed in letting enemies off easy. That night, he called Dex and Brick, gave them quiet orders to find out everything about Justine's connections, who funded her, who protected her rise, and whether she had anyone else working with her. What he found out made everything worse. Justine wasn't working alone. She had allies in the DA's office, maybe even the FBI. She had built an entire network dedicated to taking Sonny down. The revelation pushed Sonny closer to the edge than he'd been in years. Carly tried to be his anchor. You're better than this, she said, standing in the kitchen one morning as the first rays of dawn touched his face. You've changed. Don't let her drag you back into the man you used to be. Sonny turned to her, his expression weary but hard. She's trying to destroy everything I built, Carly. Everything we've fought to keep clean. I can't just stand here while she plays God. Carly's eyes filled with tears. Then fight her with the truth. Not bullets. Not threats. Not the old way. In the end, Carly took it upon herself to finish what she started. She went public, quietly, strategically. She gave a confidential statement to the press, leaked Justine's sealed past, and exposed her hidden ties to the Marino crime family. Within days, the DA's office launched an internal investigation. Justine tried to deny it, but the evidence was overwhelming. Her career crumbled, her credibility destroyed. Sonny was cleared of the latest false charges, but the emotional fallout was massive. When Justine was escorted out of the courthouse, her face pale and expression empty, Carly watched from across the street. For a fleeting second, their eyes met. There was no triumph in Carly's gaze, only sadness. Because she knew that underneath all the lies and hate, Justine had once been a woman consumed by loss, just like so many before her. Revenge had eaten her alive. Later that night, Sonny held Carly close on the balcony of their home, the city lights flickering below. You saved me again, he whispered. Carly smiled faintly. No, Sonny. We saved each other. But deep down, she couldn't shake the feeling that this was far from over. Because in Port Charles, every mask that falls reveals another secret waiting to be uncovered.